I don't know. It's difficult to say really because I wrote all these books, the Long Knives and the other one, Resolution. I wrote them both during COVID because I wanted something to do. I was in lockdown, and I just thought I'll write a crime series of books. So they're sort of they're in between the existential thriller and the crime. Yeah, I mean, I think all fiction does, really. I think everything that you do, any kind of art form really is it's a product of its time. So in some way it's addressing the world we live in, whether you do it overtly or whether it's just a product of what you're writing about. The environment that we're in has changed so much in the last 20 years. Really, really acutely in the last 10, and I think it's we know where all this is going. Basically, it's not kind of particularly good place. So I think that comes into everything that we do. Comes into the way that any kind of writer or artist or whatever has to see the world in that way. Yeah. I mean, it's the first time I wrote him. He was the sidekick for the corrupt cop in Filth, and I thought to myself, well, the character seems to be a character of secrets. He seems to be a man of secrets, and I wanted to thought about what his secrets might be. And the more I thought about that, the more the character became more vivid to me. So I saw him more as a kind of he's a guy who's had this terrible abuse and he's not been able to get past it. And he's more of an avenging angel than a cop. He's looking for revenge, he's looking to scratch that itch that he has of the injustice that's been visited upon him by helping other people in a similar situation. Because he couldn't help himself when he was a kid. Yeah, I'm not sure really. I mean, it's one of those things that I have a lot of projects on at once, and I've got to that. When you get to that stage, you do. Now I've done so many books and there's so many different characters, and there's a lot of interest in them from different people and all that. And you think, which one am I going to run with now? So I just find that I'm a bit all over the place. I can't really stick with one character or one theme because I get a bit fed up with that. So I have to keep jumping around. Yeah. So I don't know if I'm done with Lennox or whether he'll come back in some other form. Yeah. I think you have to when something is transferred into a different medium, you have to really support the people that are doing it and let them make what they want to make, because I'm not really into the idea of a faithful adaptation. I mean, I like people to play with it a little bit and to make something different from it, because I know what it's like. I've written the book, and I don't want to be bored with seeing the same thing basically on the screen. I want to see them keep to the spirit of it. I want to see them utilize the potential of it in a different medium, and I want to see what they've got to say about it. I know what I've got to say. I want to be provoked a little bit by what other people do. It's nice to be a little bit unsettled with it. I don't really know about that. I mean, I'm always listening to music when I'm writing. I'm always getting and I'm always making music when I'm writing. I've got my one side where I work. One side of the room has got my my big screen, my standing desk that I type at, and the other set has got the mixing desk and the decks and all that. So I'm just constantly jumping between the two sides of the room. I really. Now, we've brought the album out last year. We've got another one coming out this year. And the musical opens this year. The Trainspotting musical goes into the West End in July. So I'm really involved quite heavily with music. I'm DJing tomorrow night in town and DJing here. So I play a lot of my own stuff that I've done myself. And so I can't really, it's funny because I don't really, it's got to the stage now where I'm not really sure when I'm doing something, if it's a writing project or a music project or some combination of both. I kind of go with the emotion and it just comes out in one of these two things basically. Yeah, I mean, It's funny. It's so strange that but like when I was doing that book signing thing at Gandhi's the other night there in town, it went on I was there for about 4 hours just signing books, and it was all young kids who couldn't have even been alive when Trainspotting was written. And I'm thinking like, they're all so excited, they're all kind of emotional and shaking and all that, and I'm thinking, well, why does it mean so much to them still? What is this? Why is it, And I'm thinking it's because I used to think the book was because it was about youth or because it was about drugs or whatever, but now I think it's because it's about the collapse of work, and we're all struggling to find paid work, basically. We all live a very precarious existence. So I think that and we're uncertain about the future. And I think the young people feel that more acutely because they've got a lot of years ahead to try and make something out of this world, which seems to be closing them out. The economy and the financial system and the whole kind of world of work and even creativity through AI and all that. It seems to be shutting people out, basically. So I think they have that existential fear to an even greater extent, and I think the book chimes with them because of that. I think there's a thing that's like, it's a bit of a stretch to say this, but I think that if you're from Scotland, you have a relationship with Britain, which is not massively dissimilar to Mexico's with America. You feel that you have this kind of dominant, politically kind of this very kind of dominant, overbearing neighbour, basically, and you're struggling to express your own self and your own identity and your own culture in that sort of environment, and it makes you very much it feels more important that you do that because of this, so I think that that's this kind of similarity that exists.
Well, in this part is everything. Thank you so much for your time.